So much for those evidences. Well, here's a dear man who was telling me one time, Randy, if you ever debate Dr. Carl Giberson at Shadow Mountain Church someday, you be sure to tell that audience that, that we have fossils of all kinds of invertebrates, and we have fossils of billions of fossils of fish. And do you realize we have billions of fossils of the invertebrates and billions of fossils of the fish, and there should therefore be billions and billions, you can hear Dr. Gish saying this, of intermediate forms, but there isn't a single one of them. And then he would probably say something like this, now ladies and gentlemen, he always said that, there is not a shred of evidence that evolution has ever taken place on this planet, because it can't have happened without leaving a single evolutionary form from invertebrates to the fish. Wow. You know what? His argument still stands to this day. In fact, it's summarized by the eminent evolutionist Ernst Mayr in his definitive book, What Evolution Is. Read this. Given the fact of evolution, one would expect the fossils to document a gradual, steady change from one ancestral forms to descendants. But this is not what the paleontologist finds. Instead, he or she finds gaps in just about every phyletic series. Amazing. New types often appear quite suddenly. Amazing. And their immediate ancestors are absent in the earlier geologic strata. The discovery of unbroken series of species changing gradually into descending species is rare. Indeed, the fossil record is one of discontinuities. You would almost think a creationist wrote this, seemingly documenting jumps and saltations from one type of organism to a different type. This raises a puzzling question. Why does the fossil record fail to reflect the gradual change one would expect from evolution? Maybe we shouldn't start with given the fact of evolution. Maybe this should drive our interpretation unless we're given to counterintuitive and mystifying explanations. Which then takes us then to the fossil record, this appearance of living things. Well, the Bible says that organisms were created fully functional on days 3, 5, and 6 of creation. They should show up fully functional, fully complex. Of course, evolution says this, that the major differences should arrive after millions of years of evolution, during which, as Darwin said, the number of intermediates and transitional links should have been inconceivably great, which we already found out you don't find. But what does science say in regard to the appearance of living creatures in the fossil record? Evolution predicts this, that you should see a slow, gradual rise starting from similar types branching out over long, long periods of time to the numerous different diverse types and body plans over time in evolution. But what we actually find is at the lowest layers, we find the individual body plans showing up already. In other words, they appear first, and Darwin's tree of life is actually turned totally on its head. In fact, if you look at the major body plans, such as worms, sponges, clams, and vertebrates and stuff like that, you find this many appearing in the Cambrian record with their ancestors, 0. And you find this many out of the 47 documented filings showing up without any ancestors. 40 out of 47 appear out of nowhere, right in the fossil record. So on this point again, the Bible prevails. The appearance of life of all major life forms is this, and these are the words we should keep in mind. It's abrupt, it's discontinuous, it's extensive, and it shows up right from the beginning with mind-staggering complexity, right from the very beginning.